track, can't find my way back, but I'm tripping a love hack. You do me like that, but we get so long, I don't know how to act. Promise me when I see you, you do me like that. Caught in a maze, I can't find my way back, but I'm tripping a love hack. You do me like that, but we get so long.
Hey guys, this is the look I'll be doing today. I started out mad aggressive. All right, so hey guys, this is the look I'll be doing today, as y'all saw before. I was really debating doing a voiceover because, like, I don't know, I just didn't feel like talking much, and I feel like all my looks are self-explanatory, or like you can really see what I'm doing in the video. But you know, I really realized that my last real tutorial was like a month ago, I think. So I think I owe it to y'all to really like explain what I'm doing. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm starting off with this light brown shade, and I'm packing that into her outer crease area, and that's like my transition shade. And another thing, my description might be a little off because it's been a little minute since I did this, so it's all coming back to me. I'm trying to recollect how to like put my vernacular together as I'm like watching this, so please bear with me. Y'all, I'm doing so horrible. I didn't even describe the look. So this look right here is like a bronzy soft glam. It's like the soft glam vibe, but like, you know, it has a little extra glitter, extra sparkle to it. The tones are very warm and red, and then I put like a pop of like yellow on the lid. It's real cute, real simple. So now I'm taking this shade, and it's like a really earthy red brown. Like, it's like red tone brown basically, and I'm placing that in her outer corner just to add some depth into her eye, right on top of that transition shade that we initially laid down. And yeah, that's all I'm doing. I'm packing it on. As y'all know, I pack and I kind of swipe and pack as I do at the same time. So like, I tap the shadow into the eye, but I maneuver my hand in a way where it's like I'm like doing like small circular motions, so it's blending as I build the color. Okay, so now I'm working from the same palette, and I'm using a darker brown, but it still has that red undertone that the initial the red undertone that the initial brown had. So it's the same color scheme, but the tones just get darker as I build the eye look and as I build the definition of the eye. So it really is the same colors, just in different what's that word I'm looking for? Just in different intensity. Look at me. Oh, yes, ma'am. Okay, so now I'm working from my Juvia's Magic palette, and I'm taking this like light terracotta type brown. Look at me with my color words. Terracotta, girl. Why? Who know me? Nobody. Okay, I'm having a whole conversation with myself. This is horrible. Okay, so I'm taking this terracotta brown. It's really light, and I'm using that to blend out the harsher edges of those red shades that I laid down. I realized that I lost my transition shade, so I just needed something to like smoke out and blow out the edges so it's more seamless and more unified. using a denser brush and my Louise base, I'm basically just carving out her eye shape in circular motion so that I can control like how much base is being distributed throughout her lid. Because it's like I want to carve out her eyelid shape, but I don't want it to be like a cut crease. Because, okay, again, soft glam, no harsh lines, very soft, very subtle, like everything just flows. So just carve out the lid, but don't do it too harshly to the point where the lid is defined like a cut crease. Okay, so now I'm going back into my Masquerade palette, and I'm taking that second shade that we used, and I'm just smoking out the edges of where I carved out her lid. And then I'm taking that terracotta brown shade again that we also use on her eye, and I'm packing that onto like a third of her lid, like the outer portion, but like not the inner portion. I feel like I'm demonstrating it pretty well in the video, so you know what I'm talking about, because I literally don't know what I'm saying right now. But yeah, and I'm just packing that on to create a gradient effect. Now I am taking my black Radiance, what is this, a pressed powder. This is my black Radiance pressed powder in the shade Translucent, and I'm just using that to set the area of her eye where I didn't place any shadows. So that's like the area that still had that base on it. And then I'm going in with that terracotta shade again and blending out the outer portion, and just making sure everything is seamless. Okay, now I'm working from my Saharan 2 palette, and I'm taking this this shimmer gold shade, and I'm just placing that on her lid because I'm gonna lay down a pigment from J. La Rue, and I want that pigment to like shine, so I have to lay a shimmer as like a base. Y'all, I literally could have used like one palette for this whole look, but I had to be dramatic and use 3 different palettes when literally I'm pretty sure my Masquerade palette has all these shades in it. Honestly, don't be like me. Be smart. Okay, so now I'm taking like a flat, I think it's a flat shader brush. I'm really not sure. And I'm just literally placing the pigment directly onto her eye with no glue, no base, no nothing. This pigment is going directly onto eyeshadow, because I know a lot of people struggle with their pigments and trying to get them to show up or whatever. My recommendation is either apply the pigment straight to the base or apply a shimmer eyeshadow and then put the pigment on top, and use a flat brush so you could really pack it on. Okay, y'all, now I'm just lining her eyes with my Revlon liquid eyeliner, and I low-key be struggling with eyeliner, trying to get them the same thickness. Like, one always comes out thinner than the other, and it really kills me because I don't realize until I take pictures and then I post my pictures onto my page. I'm like, bro, one line is thicker than the other, and it really kills me because I really be trying to get them as symmetrical as possible. But you know, we working. If I figure out a technique on how to get them as symmetrical as possible, I will let y'all know. Y'all gonna be the first to know, because I am tired of struggling. Like, it is ridiculous how like difficult it is to get a straight line to be the same as another straight line. Like, I really be about to like scream. Now we are on to my favorite part. We are doing complexion, and to start it off, I am color correcting with my NYX color corrector in orange. I placed it under her eyes and along her upper lip area as well. to start it off, I take a concealer shade that's like 3 shades lighter than her initial like skin tone, and I use that to highlight directly onto her bare skin. We're gonna place her highlighting concealer, and then I go back in. I think I should describe it when I get closer down the line, but I'm gonna go back in with a concealer that's more closer to her skin tone and place that on the outer portions of where I laid the initial concealer. Just a tip, if y'all try this technique, do not be stingy with the concealer, because the concealer is literally it's predominantly our base. Like, I go in with mostly concealer and little foundation, so our concealer is what's going to give the like coverage that we need. Our concealer is what's going to give like the different shades we need. So if y'all do try this, do not be stingy with that concealer. Y'all better go hard with that concealer, for real. Like, I literally painted her face with concealer, as you can see. Now I'm going in with that shade I was telling y'all about. This is also a concealer, but this shade is closer to her skin tone, and I'm pretty sure this is shade number 12 in the I Am Magic concealers. So yeah, I place that on the outer portions of where I place her highlight color. Before blending, I spray her face out with my Morphe setting mist, and then I go in with the foundation brush, and like literally a foundation brush, like those flat brushes that say foundation brush, those, and I tap in the concealer and I blend it out. I blend out the edges, I blend out under her eyes, I literally just blend out her whole face. Like, I feel like this is like blanking out the face. Like, it's literally like the process of completely blanking out and highlighting the face. When all that is all nice and blended, and then I go in with my contour. At first, I use my black Radiance foundation stick in the shade Cocoa Bean, and then I go in with my Juvia's Place concealer in the shade Katsina, and I place that like in the deeper portions of her face. Like, you see me bringing Cocoa Bean all the way down to like her mouth area, but I keep Katsina closer to her the perimeter of her like hairline, if y'all saw what I just did. And then I took like a short dense brush, I don't know how to, it's like a rectangular brush, and then I go in with Katsina on a brush and I place that on her jawline because I didn't want any harsh lines. And then I spray her face down with my Morphe setting mist, and then I get to blending. I mist her face with my Badescu facial mist in lavender, and then I go in with my Instapop cheek brush with foundation on it, and I just place the foundation strategically. Like, I placed it on the jawline where there was no product at all, so that like lower portion of her face had no concealer, no nothing, except for the like contour that blended onto there. And then I just kind of just tapped the foundation brush around with like little product on it. I place it in between her highlight and her contour, in that area right there that I'm doing that, and that just creates more of a gradient from the highlight area to the contour, so it's not like, you know, harsh light and dark. Like there's a gradual unified gradient with it. Like you don't want to just, you know, have two different tones. You want everything to flow. After all that blending, we're finally setting the face, and I'm setting her face with my Black Radiance pressed powder in the shade Translucent, and then I go in with my loose setting powder in the shade Banana, also from Black Radiance, and I literally set her whole face. Okay, now I'm going with my Black Radiance, what's this called? The contour palette in the shades light to medium. And I'm taking the two shades, the sculpting and the contour shade. I mix them together on my brush, and I'm lightly bronzing the perimeter of her face. This is just to add the color back into her face, you know, give her some sun-kissed bronzy glow, because that's like the whole point of this look. This look is like a bronzy look, so she gotta be bronzed. And now I'm going with my Black Radiance palette in medium to deep, and I'm using that to add the shadows back into her face. The first palette was to add warmth. This is to add like shadows. Like this is why we contoured, to snatch that face. And honestly, Black Radiance, please sponsor me, because I have too many of your products and y'all are so amazing. Like please sponsor me. No, okay, let me stop. And then I'm gonna take my Black Radiance powder and carve out her cheek area to clean up where I placed the bronzing powders and all that. And now I'm taking that foundation brush and I'm wiping away all the excess powder on her face. We use the foundation brush because all the extra product on it kind of breaks the cast of like flashback and all the like white, you know, just the ashiness of it. So that's why I use the foundation brush, because that extra foundation product breaks the ashiness of the powder. That's all. And yeah, I use that to wipe away the excess on her face. This part is pretty self-explanatory. I'm taking this angled brush that I got in an Amazon set, and y'all, it's perfect for contouring the nose, because like it's so dense but it's still like thin, so like you don't overuse product. And then I'm taking my Black Radiance palette in medium to deep, and I'm using the darkest shade, the contour shade, to, you know, bronze her nose. And now I'm taking this black Radiance powder again in Butter Pecan, and I'm using that to set her whole face. And then I go in with my MAC blush in Burnt Pepper, and I'm using that to, you know, add color back into her face, get them cheeks nice and rosy and red. I don't think this is a rosy blush, but you know what I mean. Just add some pretty color back into her face. I'm taking my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Flat White, and I'm using that to add a white highlight to her inner corner. So I do this, I build the color, build the intensity with the concealer, and then I set the concealer with like a nude white eyeshadow of some sort. So yeah, that's how I get like the inner corner, you know, bright and as white as possible. And now I'm spraying her face just to break that powdery cast. And y'all, this look is so pretty. Like, it really does look like summery and glowy, and I really do like it. And then I'm taking my highlight shade from the light to medium Black Radiance contour palette, and I'm just lightly dusting some highlighter onto her face. I really don't like a glowy highlighter. I like my glows to look really natural on my clients. Like, I'm not a fan of, like, you know, the really highlighted areas. So yeah, I'm just lightly highlighting her face. I'm lining her lips with my Kiss liner in the shade Chocolate, I believe. And yeah, that's all I'm doing. I'm just lining her lips. And I made her smile as I lined her lips because it helps like extend the lip. So all those like natural lines that are in our lips don't really affect me lining the lips when my clients smile. And then I'm gonna go in with like this concealer. It's literally a concealer, and I placed it in the middle of the lip just to give a gradient ombre effect when you know, it's all said and done. And then I place a nude gloss on top of that from CoverGirl in the shade Nudist, I think. I don't really remember, but it's a CoverGirl lip gloss, and I just placed that nude shade right on top of it. We are going back to the eyes, and I'm just tightlining her eyes with a black liner. I don't know, something about black liner, I just love it so much. It just gives me such a sultry vibe. Like, it really makes eyes look mysterious and all that. And now I'm just taking the darkest shade that I used, and I'm just smoking out her lash line. Then I set her face, and this completes the look, y'all. Yeah, this is really the look. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I can't wait to see y'all in the next video. And yeah, bye.